Hi guys, I found my first stylized illustration, my first fan art on Instagram. This is Sabrina Spellman and her cat Salem. Of course, I'm not delighted with the way these characters are drawn, but I don't want to scold myself too much, and because these are just my first steps in the cartoon style. Now, 3 years later, I decided to redraw this art to review what progress I have made, show you the process of drawing, and maybe inspire you. The very first thing that really catches your eye is the girl's proportions. She is so long with a small head. She has a long neck, low chest, and very long legs. I also noticed a compressed head. It should be something like this. The cat is actually a masterpiece, wooden Salem. The boots turned out great, but I think I forgot to draw the laces. Well, the moment of self-criticism is over. Let's start redrawing. I'll tell you a little about the time when I drew this fan art. This was the period when I went freelance from full-time work as a background illustrator. Then I was in search of what I liked to draw, and at that time I was tired of drawing backgrounds. I decided to try my hand at stylizing people and then move on to developing characters. Therefore, I had to start somewhere, and then I was watching the series about Sabrina and decided, why not? I will draw it. I won't change the pose, I will just change the proportions of the body. I will also try to draw a cat better. Of course, I dubbed it. I rarely draw animals, so I'm somehow very worried, but we will see what happens. I don't draw fan art that often because there is always something to draw, but sometimes I'm really inspired by films and TV series and I draw moments from them that are interesting to me. I especially admire the work of lighting artists. Most of the time, I decide to draw a scene from a movie because of the cool light, but I also like the unusual and beautiful costumes, characters, and their facial expressions. A small spoiler, in the near future, I will have a video with fan art on my channel for the series that I love with all my heart. Write me in the comments, do you draw fan art? Why do you draw or not draw? I think the longest part of this video is the sketch. It's the search of lines and silhouette that always takes me a lot of time. For you, of course, I have reduced the rendering process to a minimum, but in general, redrawing the artwork took me an hour and a half. Actually, this is the first time I have ever redrawn my drawing. I can definitely say that it helps me to see my progress. I think everyone has heard that you need to compare yourself with yourself. This is actually what I want to do using the example of one work painted at different times. It is often difficult to notice changes, but they exist and there is something to praise yourself for. In this illustration, I will not draw a finishing line because I will not use it anyway in the future. I will only refine the lines with a 6B pencil and then move on to coloring. Now I have corrected the proportions of the body and the profile of the face and corrected the pose. The cat also changed, became more plastic. As I remember in the series, he's exactly the same as in my old drawing. I won't go into details about the drawing process, what tools I use for this, and what helps me draw a little faster. If you are interested, write in the comments and I will create a separate video where I will tell you in more detail which Procreate options I use on an ongoing basis. You can probably already see that my style has become completely different. I think this is influenced by the fact that I want to draw book illustrations and book covers. That's why I simplify the shapes, take purer colors, and don't work too much on the volumes. So far, I'm happy with my style, but of course, I don't stop at this level and continue to study how my style can be improved, or what new things can be added, where it can be simplified even more, what textures can be used. It seems to me that this is such a constant process that will never end. You always want to be better than you were yesterday. Now you can just see what progress I achieved in 3 years of gradually improving my digital drawing skills. I will be honest, you can achieve the desired result faster by practicing a lot and studying the topic you need. I have not made a sharp breakthrough in this regard. I am always in such a floating state. Either I want to draw characters, then I want to draw only portraits, or book illustrations. Therefore, I always had micro goals, but did not have any global vision for my career. Only now I am gradually moving toward this realization. I suggest you follow my videos. I will share my way, thoughts about drawing, and of course tutorials. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Well, here is the result. I think it turned out great. I see my progress and the growth of my skills during this time, and of course, I see what else I need to learn. Share in the comments which version did you like best and why. Thanks for watching. See you in a new video very soon.